Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Hello, hello. Hope everybody is doing well today. Hope everybody is doing well. Hello, hello. Hello, my YouTube family, American sisters and brothers, and my sisters and brothers in Christ. Hello, hello, hello. So, I had some things that we had to talk about today. All right, we got some things that we need to talk about today. Oh, y'all, guess what? So I had to talk about this because the video that I did yesterday because I was so mad, I deleted it by accident. So I accidentally deleted it. So when I was talking about the Brendan Johnson had said, oh my God, about the deportation of illegals, and he did the press conference. So you all, I had did that yesterday, and I had accidentally deleted it. So anyway, I had some exciting news. I probably would try to go live today because, oh my God, you all, I briefly talked about the budget and the $300 million property tax hike that Brendan Johnson was proposing, right? And we was in his butt. So I told you all that Wednesday, the meeting was canceled. So Thursday, which was yesterday, they had the meeting. So when I was on here venting to you all and told you all what I was going to tell his butt, Brendan Johnson, Mohawk Hotman butt. Remember I told y'all yesterday that I would wait until I go into that council meeting. So they had it yesterday. They had it yesterday when I was venting to you all. So if I would have known that, I could have went to City Hall and told him exactly what I was telling you all. But don't worry about it because let me guard your and able to your community guidelines, your privacy. And so, hey. And so the thing was, hey, please be my, I can't read that. Okay, so anyway, y'all, so yeah. So when I was on here venting to you all about how mad I was, they were down at the council meeting and the aldermen were voting on that. You all, I got to talk about that, but that's going to be later. I have to talk about that because yesterday in the council meeting, it went down. It went down. So, man, it went down yesterday. So that's what that's what had happened. It went down. So I have something to talk to you all about. And that's going to be later on in my next video. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you all some of the clips from the council meeting, city council meeting that happened yesterday. And we're going to go over everything. Oh my God, you all are going to be like, yes. So you know Chicago Flips Red mission is that, hello. So Chicago Flips Red mission is to shine the light on everything that's happening in Chicago, everything that's wrong with Chicago, so our people can wake up and we can stop voting for these Democrats. That's our purpose. Wait a minute, who is this? Let me see. Remove. Let's do this. Okay, and then let me do another one. Let's do another one. Okay, let's do another one. Do we have another one? Do I need to block somebody else? Yup, let's go. Okay, so anyway, yes. So yesterday went down. I'll be talking about that. So Chicago Flips Red mission is to shine the light on everything that's happening in Chicago, and to let everybody know that we had to get these Democrats out of office. We cannot have another 4 or 5 years after this local election with the same people we keep voting in. We have to get Pritzker out. We have to get Prewinkle out, Tony Prewinkle. We have to get Johnson out. We have to get the disgraced 50 out, which are the aldermen. We have 2 that's pretty decent, but the rest of them have to go. So we only had 2 years to open Chicago and Illinois eyes up to what's going on, so they can vote different, so we can flip Illinois red. So I need your help. I need your help to share this video, like, so my mission and our mission is to get all this stuff out before the local election, so we can change our city, y'all, so we can change our state. Anybody who living in our state, in our city, we know that we need change, okay? So we got to flip it red, and I need y'all help. So now let me talk about Prewinkle. Yes, should have been gone. Yes, she should have. Why is she still there when she came with that sugar tax? But see, if we don't educate people and have them to make an educated vote, they don't know this. See, if they knew this, what you were talking about with the sugar tax and how terrible she is, then we could have voted her out. But because people in Chicago don't make it their business to be educated on who they're putting into office, then we get people like Brandon Johnson. Then they start voting on identity politics, and because you black, or because you a woman and you black. And so now henceforth, we have the worst mayor ever. Don't nobody respect Brandon Johnson. Can't nobody stand him. His own staff members are turning on him. And I'll let you all see that in my next video when I show you all what happened in the city council Thursday meeting. So this is what we get when we do identity politics and we do not educate ourselves on who to vote for. So yes, Prewinkle should have been up out of here, but we keep putting these people in, not me particularly, but people who don't know and people in Chicago. So I'm from Chicago, so I have no clue what you're talking about. Okay, so what's happening is we're in Chicago. We're going through a lot with our governor and our mayor. And so we need to get the citizens of Chicago and the citizens of Illinois to be educated, informed voters, because Democrats have ran our city and state into the ground. So our mission, Chicago Flips Red mission, is to flip Chicago red and get Republicans in those seats, in the governor's seat, in the mayor's seat, and things like that. So that's who we are, dog for life. Okay, so look, let me go and show you all. Let's show you all. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you all what your governor is saying, and let me show you all what. Let me block this person. Okay, anybody else? Let me see. Let's block. Let's block. Okay. So here we go. This is what your governor is saying, you all. And then once we show the governor, then we're going to show the, because we got to see what these people are saying to Trump. So we know Trump, that Trump appointed Tom Homan as the border czar, right? We know that. So, and he's not playing with anybody. Tom Homan is a beast. So we know that. So this is, so let's just get what and show what your governor is saying Let's get and show what Pritzker is saying. Now, as a matter of fact, let's talk about what our mayor is saying.
The new folding revolver by
Okay, let me tell you what your mayor is saying.
Officially released today.
And this would piss me off.
Of this city.
Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, look, whether it's right now is unconscionable. Yes.
For his budget priorities, he will not compromise on his value. So today, with the potential loss of federal dollars,
Let me go back.
If the city will
Thought about this. No. I am not going to cooperate with President Trump, even if that means potentially losing
Trump's board.
losing federal.
So let me go.
funding.
undocumented immigrants, the mayor making it clear Chicago.
Who already said
So look, the mayor is making it.
Returning to the election.
that's a big, even if that means potentially losing.
The administration's plans to deport undocumented immigrants, the mayor making it clear Chicago will not be bullied into helping ICE agents.
Returning to the election results, we heard from President-elect.
Draw a line for how someone
wait.
lives if they're not.
God does.
Wait.
The word of God does. We are made in his image. So if God made.
Okay, hold on.
I agree with his point.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to get to this and my phone is skipping. Let me turn it off right quick. So, let me turn it off and turn it back on. So, what I wanted to show you all, what I'm going to show you all is your mayor and your governor talking about how, so it sounds like they want to aid a bad criminal. Yes, this is what our mayor is doing in governor. So we know that we have allowed 21 million people into our country, right? And they have not been vetted. These are criminals, these are rapists, these are people who have these are people who have came over here illegally and have flooded the sanctuary cities. And we know that they are in the sanctuary cities because sanctuary cities do not have to cooperate with ICE. So now you have sanctuary cities like New York, you have California, you have Chicago. So these places are saying that they are not going, well, not New York, because, you know, Mayor Eric Adams, he got some act right. So he's not playing since he got those charges on him. He said, okay, Trump, I'm going to give you what you want. But since we have this idiot mayor and this idiot governor in Chicago who's talking about that he's not going to let ICE come in and get these people up out of here. So now this is the problem. But see, we're not having it because the citizens of Chicago, this is what we want. So we're not going to play any games with Brandon Johnson. So let me finish. Let me let y'all hear what this man saying.
Playing Super Mario Zelda.
So I'm getting ready to let you all hear in his words.
It's time to experience the classics.
Returning to the election results, we heard from President-elect Trump's border czar saying that he was prepared to send squads of ICE agents into so-called sanctuary cities, including New York. He did not mention Chicago, but of course that would apply to Chicago. Are you prepared to somehow resist the arrival of ICE agents, and are you prepared to defend the city's public safety budget from attempts by the incoming Trump administration to withdraw funds if you resist working with ICE agents?
That's impressive, Heather. Yes, and yes.
Okay,
look, we're going to defend the people of this city. Because, look, his attack, let's be very clear, the president-elect, former President Trump, his threat is not just towards new arrivals and undocumented families. His threats are also against black families. He has a vision to destroy public education. Public education at the expense of the state, after all.
Now, let me comment right quick before I go along. Because, see, we have to address this. If you notice, when she asks him directly about what are your plans to cooperate with Trump far as getting, and she used undocumented immigrants out of here, which we know they're illegal aliens. That's what the Constitution called them. If you notice, and this is why I cannot stand these people in this Democratic Party. If you notice, when he mentioned undocumented immigrants, he pivot to, and he's coming after the black citizens. Notice Trump never mentioned anything about black citizens. So what these people do is they try to lump black citizens, black people, in with illegal immigrants or whatever else they want to, LGBTQ. They try to lump us together. So now it can put us in our feelings and get us emotional. So now that we can resist anything that Trump is trying to do to help us, because they're going to try to paint it under the umbrella of racist. And Trump said he going to get black people. So this is what these people do. She specifically asks you about illegal immigrants. Black people don't have anything to do with that. So he pivot real quick. He's just not talking about illegal immigrants. He's talking about the black citizens that are in danger that he's coming after. No, he didn't. He didn't say anything about black citizens. So don't try to get black people all emotional so they can rally behind you and they feelings like you always do so they can vote for you. No, Trump is talking about illegal aliens. This is what Chicago wants. This is what Illinois wants. This is what America wants. America voted 80-something%. What that they voted for was immigration, that they were unhappy with immigration, 80 to 90%. 80% said that they want Trump to do a mass deportation. So with that being said, do not put in Chicago, you all, technically Illinois flipped red. But because we have so many, like 70,000 and counting illegal aliens here, and they were fast tracking them to get driver's license. So they were making sure before, I want to say 4 to 5 months before the election, they were making sure 6 months they were getting them driver's license and registering them to vote. So we know that if they vote, they're going to vote in their best interest. So, of course, they were voting for Kamala. So this is the play that the Democrat Party did. So really, more citizens of Chicago voted for Trump. More citizens of Illinois voted for Trump. But because you have illegals voting, and because we don't require voters ID, another way so they can cheat, then we have a lot of undocumented or illegal citizens that's undermining the votes of the real citizens. So that's a problem. So because she only received 51% of the votes in Illinois, and Trump only lost by 47%. So that's only a 4% difference. This has never happened since Reagan, they said, since 1992, which Chicago became like it wasn't deep blue. It became like purple. So if we're going to make Chicago a swing state, which is our goal in 4 more years, then we have to get these people up out of here. And we have to educate the black citizens that keep voting blue no matter who. We have to educate them and get them to open their eyes. So if you notice, I'm going to finish playing the rest of that. But if you notice what he quickly did when he was addressing illegals, he quickly lumped us in with black citizens. So do not do that, Brandon Johnson. Don't lump us in with these individuals. We're here. We have not, we didn't come here illegally. We did not migrate here. We were brought here. Okay, so the only citizens that were here, the people that were here, was indigenous people. Those were the natives of this America before it was America. So they were the only people that were indigenous to this area, this land. Now, blacks, freedmen, slaves were brought to America to build America before it was even America. So black people were brought here as slaves to build America before America was even established. So now who you have here that were native people, who were established before America was even established, is the indigenous people, black people, freedmen, and you have Irish, white people, European people. Those are the people who are here. Okay, so anybody else coming over here after that has came over here as immigrants, have migrated over here, that have came over here. So Brandon Johnson, do not lump these people in with black people. Do not do that, because we're not the same. Okay, we didn't come over here illegally and break the law to get over here. So we're not the same. Do not keep lumping us in with LGBTQ. But I'm talking about black people. Do not keep lumping us in with illegals who came over here. Stop lumping us in with black, brown, all these things. Okay? We're a people who are individuals that have our own plight. We're freedmen. You got people who that's who they are. You don't lump us in with Jewish people, because Jewish people have a whole entire different plight that they had. They were under where you know, I don't know if I can say his name, I don't know on here, but you know what happened to the Jewish people. So they have an entire different plight than anybody else. So you don't lump us in with Jewish people. You do not lump black people in with other ethnic groups. So leave us alone. We have our plight. They have people those people have their plight, and so on and so on. So do not keep lumping us in with illegals at all. We are not the same like the NAACP president. Black people, you all should accept this, because you all migrated here. A lie coming from Mississippi to Illinois. We just came to a different state. We didn't come from another country into United States of America. So let's be real, get that straight about what you don't do. So we didn't come over here as immigrants because we migrated from one state to another. So stop doing that. Stop trying to lump us in together. So when you put these illegals in our neighborhoods, when you put these illegals in our cities and states, that then we should accept these people, all while they're taking our jobs, all while they're taking our resources, all in the while they're being put ahead of the citizens that put taxes and paid taxes into the system. So now these people are getting free schooling. These people are getting free job fairs. These people are getting free medical. These people are getting free food. These people are getting free housing. These people are getting free everything, all on the backs of the taxpayer citizens. Okay, while we are being taxed out of our home because Brandon Johnson wanted to raise our property taxes. So we're being taxed out of our homes. We're being displaced out of our neighborhoods. And we're being just attacked on every end as Chicago citizens, American citizens, while you're bringing these people in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our states, and in America, in our country, and you're handing them everything so they can then get a head up. So no, we do not accept this. No, do not lump them in with us. No, we do not want them in our neighborhood. Brandon Johnson, if you want them, then you put them in your neighborhood with your black kids and your black wife. But see, your black kids don't have to go to the black school that our black kids had to go to. Your black kids is in a totally different neighborhood going to school, private school, all while our schools are being filled with illegal aliens who are now taking over our school classrooms. They're being placed in front. So now our kids are put on the back burner as far as learning because the teachers do not know how to speak their language. So now you got an English speaking teacher who has children in her classroom who do not know a lick of English. And so she has to teach them. And what they're doing is using a phone to translate. So now she can't utilize her time to teach the people who pay taxes into the system. She can't teach our kids because she's trying to teach all the other kids who do not even understand our language. So these are the things that we have to go through in our communities. Our schools are being filled with illegal aliens. Our neighborhoods. So we have to look at restaurants, entire restaurants on every corner, on every street corner of our blocks. Therefore, if we want to sell our homes, now our homes, the value of our homes are going down, being devalued, because nobody want to move in the neighborhood where they got tits of restaurants, entire restaurants on every corner. So no, Brandon Johnson, this is not what the American citizens want. This is not what the Chicago citizens want. And no, do not lump us in with illegals because we have nothing to do with them. Trump is addressing them and them only, and we're going to stick to the matter at hand, and we're not going to let you keep pivoting and try to get black people emotional like you Democrat people do. So I just want to address that, because this is what these people do all the time, and black people sadly keep falling for this garbage. So we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this time. All right. So look, now let me finish.
Is a Negro idea. Those are the words of W.B. Du Bois.
So let me go back.
He talks about Project 2025.
Are you prepared to somehow resist the arrival of ICE agents? Elect Trump's border czar saying that he was prepared to send squads of ICE agents into so-called sanctuary cities, including New York. He did not mention Chicago, but of course that would apply to Chicago. Are you prepared to somehow resist the arrival of ICE agents, and are you prepared to defend the city's public safety budget from attempts by the incoming Trump administration to withdraw funds if you resist working with ICE agents?
That's impressive, Heather. Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay,
look, we're going to defend the people of this city. Because, look, his attack, let's be very clear, the president-elect, former President Trump, his threat is not just towards new arrivals and undocumented families. His threats are also against black families. He has a vision to destroy public education. Public education at the expense of the state, after all, is a Negro idea. Those are the words of W.B. Du Bois. So when he talks about Project 2025 and dismantling public education, we're talking about a system that has been designed to create leveling opportunities for families who are descendants of slaves. He's also threatening the Department of the Environment. We restore the Department of the Environment. With global population shift and climate change that's happening all over the planet, we're going to stand up and protect our environment. We're going to stand up and we're going to protect undocumented individuals. We're going to protect black folks, brown folks, Asian folks. Listen, the anti-sentiment that exists in this political space right now is unconscionable and it's dangerous. Whether it's anti-black or anti-Semitic, we're going to protect people and we're going to invest in people. The city of Chicago will be better, stronger, and safer despite who's in the White House.
And you did touch on this earlier, but more directly, Tom Homan basically says sanctuaries need to get the heck out of the way so that ICE can do its job. I mean, what is your message back to the Trump administration with those kinds of threats, if you will?
Yeah, look, whether it's threatening, our undocumented families and new arrivals, or whether they're threatening Black and brown families who believe in public education like I do, we're not going to tolerate, and we certainly are not going to cower to someone's threat. This is Chicago, you all. I mean, we produce the most innovative, the most talented people around the globe. There's a congressional leader, I believe, out of Arizona, who was born and raised in Chicago, right? And look, the incoming administration is not just a threat to Chicago, but a threat to what is sensible about this country. And as mayor of the city of Chicago, we're not going to bend or break or cower to someone's threat. We're going to stand up and unite around our shared values, and they have my assurance that I'm going to protect the families of this city.
Do not buy this college.
Okay. So, talking about Chicago will be better, right, and safer. Where? So, do you see how when they ask him, you see how he definitely made sure to say whether it's anti-Semitic, whether it's Black and brown. You notice how he lumped all these people in when they were just talking about deporting illegals. That's because he want the emotions. Those are trigger words for Jewish people, Black and brown, Black people, and you see it's racist. That's the only thing they have to say is if you try to remove them, it's racist because Black people gonna suffer. How we're gonna suffer? This is what they do. They have no substance in what they're saying, but the Democrat Party use buzzwords to get you emotional to vote and keep voting what's not in your best interest. We don't, why you mention anti-Semitic? Trump ain't said nothing about Jews. Why you mentioning Black and brown? The brown voted for Trump, 43 to 50%. So why are you mentioning those people? That's just to get them in their feelings to say, hey, Trump coming after you. No, he's not. He's talking about those illegals. So this is what these Democrats do. This is what this man do. If you ask, anytime a reporter ask him a question, this is what he result to. You're asking me that because I'm a Black man and because I got a Black wife and I raise Black kids. See, he's always trying to use the Black card when he don't care nothing about Black people. We go down there all the time and advocating for what's right and what he's doing to our communities. And he don't even care. He's a dictator. He don't even care. But you want to use the Black card when you think it's convenient for you. No, the CTU. These people don't nobody care about talking about the Project 2025. See, those are all buzzwords. So, if you say Project 2025, that's why a lot of y'all got scared. And they tried to use that for Black people. Come on, you all. Are you all going to keep falling for that? Project 2025, you know what he talked about the educational system. What I did was I made a video. You can go under here where I pointed to you all the Trump policies and what he planned on implementing far as the educational system in Washington. Listen, you all, how dare this man bring up he's Project 2025. He's trying to destroy the educational system of Black people. Chicago is the lowest, poorest. Our kids are the lowest in the 49 states in education. Our kids cannot even read, you all, in Chicago. So what are you talking about, Brandon Johnson? Our kids can't read. So yes, something needs to be done. The CTU and Brandon Johnson have been stealing money forever. They do not care about the citizens and the people, kids in Chicago. The CTU is the biggest crooks ever. What they did was they went to Venezuela and they got kids. So what's going on is in Chicago, we don't have our kids was because we are the lowest in the 49 states far as reading, math, everything. So the kids, they're losing kids in the system. These people get paid a lot of money. The CTU, the CPS, they get paid per student. So like Trump said in one of the videos that some of them are getting paid like $68,000 per student. Some of these people in CPS are getting paid $30,000 per student. Some of these schools. So the more bodies you have in a seat, that's how much you're getting paid. So if the kids are not going to the schools, then you have to make up that money somehow. So what happens is because we do not care about our kids, really care, and these teachers are just pushing these kids along because they came up with a program called No Kids Left Behind. So that means if your kid can't read, they can't learn, they're not doing nothing, they just keep pushing them through. So you can be in high school and can't even read, but they gonna pass you. So this is what they came up with. So with that being said, they don't care about the students. They care about the money because the seats are what gets the CTU paid. So what they did was because they are losing students, because they are terrible and they're stealing money, they went over to Venezuela, talked to them people, brought them people here. Henceforth, while you have all these people now coming to our city and their kids are being able to be enrolled in our schools. So now these are people who are now in these chairs, seats that they are getting paid for. So now they don't care. And I believe in Chicago now, in all city schools, Hispanics make up, I want to say 53% of our schools now, not black kids, it's Hispanics. So what does that say to you? And we know that a lot of illegals have been enrolled into our schools. So now the black kids are being pushed back or not coming to school or not even incentivized to come. Now you're enrolling a bunch of illegals and a bunch of Hispanics. So now this is what's happening because they went and got all those people, and that's why they're not advocating for these people who come over here to delete or unalive their small ones. But what they are advocating for is for us to go and unalive our small ones. The Democratic Party, that's what Kamala ran on. That's all they advocate for. That's all the bill. I don't know if I can say the word, but the Planned Parenthood, those are all in our neighborhoods, and they're incentivizing us to go delete our unborn or unalive our little ones, all while they're going over to other countries, bringing their kids here and placing them in the schools. So now you have people who are coming over here, they're being incentivized to have kids. They're not telling them to go do what they're telling us to do. So imagine if you have a bunch of kids, people who come over here illegally, and then their kids have kids. Now you're looking at, if we have 70 million and they have kids, 70,000 in Chicago, they have kids. Now you double that. What is that? 140? Now let's say triple that. Come on, it keeps going. We're not including if they having 2 kids. Let's think about that. Before you know it, these people are going to populate, and the citizens, the native citizens, the legal citizens are going to depopulate. Henceforth, we have America or Americans that are not now from this country or born or are native to this land. You're going to have a bunch of people from other countries who came over here illegally who are now in America. That's what's going on. So this is what's going on in our schools. CTU has been stealing the money. They don't care anything about the kids. That's who Brandon Johnson came from. That's who put Brandon Johnson in office. CTU. They put a lot of money behind Brandon Johnson. He was a social studies teacher. Okay, that's how an unknown social studies teacher. How did he get in office? Who put the money behind him to even run? Where did he come from? That's what I'm talking about. The teacher union put him in there because they needed a puppet, because they knew that when they go over here, they knew the bigger plan, get all these kids, put them in the school, they was going to be papered up, and he was going to get his kickback. And that's what he's doing. That's why he's not caring about the Chicago citizens. That's why he's not caring about what's happening to us, because his mission is not for Chicago. It's to be loyal to the people who got him elected, which is the teachers union, the Chicago's teachers union. Okay, and tomorrow I'm going to show you in the council meeting when the one of our ladies broke it down in the meeting. It was televised. She broke it down exactly what happened and how the CTU did it. Okay, so we are going to go into that. But this is what's happening. And so now he's trying to act like, okay, Trump is going to do this with the black kids in schools and stuff. Project 2025. No, dude. We already know the kids don't even want to go to school. So he needs to dismantle everything that's going on, because this needs to be taken care of what's going on. And see, what he's really saying is Trump is not talking about coming to get us. Trump is not talking about coming to get the Hispanics. He's not talking about, I'm talking about legal citizens. He is not talking about going to get the Asians. He hasn't said nothing about that. He's specifically talking about coming and get these people who came over here illegally. So that's who Brandon Johnson is trying to protect under the umbrella and the disguise as saying, black people, he's coming after you too. No, he's not. We black people put him in office because we wanted him to come and get these people. So stop it, Brandon Johnson. Those little buzzwords and that little technique that you and the Democrats use don't work here. We're waking up. Okay, so that's what so this is why you need to go and be very clear with Brandon Johnson to let him know, dude, we want Trump to come and get these people. We do not want these people here. And if they broke the law to get here, then they need to go back where they came from. Clear, point blank. That's what it is. So now let's see if we can find what Pritzker said. So yes, let's see. Let's see if we can get what our governor has to say about what he planned on doing. Let me see if I got something saved for that. Because I just like to bring y'all receipts and let you all hear it out their mouths, not mine. Okay, let me see. Let me go to let's see Governor Pritzker. Let's say Pritzker. Okay, let's see what he has to say. Okay, let's get this. All right, let me let y'all see what Pritzker. Let's see what he got to say.
Where does a guy get a right to say what a woman is? Women only know what women are.
Are you and called home to make you welcome and safe and protected?
Let me see.
And I'm here today to remind people that no matter the storm that we face, Illinois will always strive to make you welcome
and safe and protected. Chaos, retribution, and disarray radiated from the White House the last time Donald Trump occupied it. Perhaps this time may be different. But if it isn't, Illinois will remain a place of stability and competent governance. Through his repeated attacks on workers and women, on immigrants and people with disabilities, and our LGBTQ plus community, Illinois has remained a place where rights are protected and that everyone can call home. Despite his threats to healthcare coverage and educational opportunity and a fair minimum wage, Illinois will continue to invest in the well-being and prosperity of our people. Donald Trump will be our next president. He won the election, and we must all be willing to work together for the common good. In months ahead, we should all be focused on the peaceful transition of power, even if Donald Trump didn't afford that to his successor. But we also must be focused on the defense of our entire Constitution, not just the parts that demand the peaceful transfer of power. While I was certainly surprised by Tuesday's results, I was not unprepared. Having fought through the headwinds of the first Trump administration, the General Assembly and I took proactive steps to plan for the potential of a second Trump presidency and protect our residents from the damage that it may attempt to cause. We enshrined reproductive rights and other healthcare protections into the state constitution via the Reproductive Health Act to protect women from his Supreme Court's extreme anti-choice agenda. We built a path to an abundant, clean energy future in an attempt to protect our children and our planet from his reversion toward lower environmental standards that will pollute our air and water. We reaffirmed labor rights and nearly doubled the minimum wage to beat back Trump's consistent assault on American workers. We invested in advanced manufacturing and electrification and new high-tech industries to attract new businesses and jobs to Illinois and ensure that tariffs and trickle-down economics do not define our state's economic future. Illinois will continue to be a refuge for those whose rights are being denied elsewhere, women seeking reproductive health care, immigrants searching to work hard for a better life, LGBTQ Americans looking for welcome and protection, and people with disabilities whose civil and human rights are under attack. Over the years ahead, we'll do more than just protect against the possible reversion to an agenda that threatens to take us backward. We will continue a better life, LGBTQ Americans looking for welcome and protection, and people with disabilities whose civil and human rights are under attack. Over the years ahead, we'll do more than just protect against the possible reversion to an agenda that threatens to take us backward. We will continue to advance a positive, productive, and inclusive agenda of our own, one that brings opportunity to Illinois and helps uplift the nation as a whole. One final note. People have often said that I'm a happy warrior, and I've always taken seriously my role as a happy warrior on behalf of this state. Even today, when I'm struggling with many of the difficult questions this election poses, my optimism for the future remains undiminished. Governing is hard work, but it's also important and challenging work. I refuse to let it grind me down. Setting the example for us all are the hardworking and decent people of Illinois who refuse to let the challenges they face grind them down. To anyone who intends to come take away the freedom and opportunity and dignity of Illinoisans, I would remind you that a happy warrior is still a warrior. You come for my people, you come through me.
He said he a happy eater, clearly. So you see, you hear from that's what I want you all to do, is hear from their own mouths There are not, and if you notice, look at the buzzwords he used. LGBTQ. See how they do it. So Trump never said nothing about, they still got the same rights they had now when Kamala and Biden, now that they still in office. Nothing has changed, you all. You see how he go back to talking about the it was LGBTQ, it was mental challenge, or that handicap or the mental challenge. You see how, remember they came out with that hoax talking about Trump made front of a disabled kid or a disabled reporter or whatever like that. That has been debunked. That's a lie. But you see how they keep pushing these lies to get you in your feelings. No, Trump has not said anything about LGBTQ. They still gonna have their rights. They just not gonna be able to push it on our kids and put it in these schools and teach it in these schools. But they can still be free as they want to be. He did not say anything about taking the reproductive rights. Every state has their own laws according to what the people want in those states. So Illinois is a state that you can have reproductive freedom in that state. Indiana is not that state. You go somewhere else, California, that state has, you can have reproductive rights in that state. So it's a matter of the states where the people are deciding what they want to do. So stop lying and saying Trump is coming after those issues. If you notice, you all, they keep using these buzzwords. Reproductive rights. Your reproductive rights are at stake. Your LGBTQ, those rights. These are the things they do when Trump never threatened your rights. He just said it's back at the city. Supreme Court, they voted on this. This divided the nation for 50 years. The Supreme Court voted on this. We're giving it back to the states to let the people decide. And whatever the people in those states decide, that's what it is. That's it, y'all. It's not being reversed. It's not going back. So these are the lies these people tell just to keep pushing their agenda. What they're concerned about is him coming in, ICE coming in and taking these illegals. Because if you notice, you didn't care anything about anything that was happening with the Illinoisans and with Chicago, what we was talking about. You didn't care anything about it. Now that Trump is coming in threatening to take the illegals away, now it's okay, they trying to threaten us and threaten. No, stop it. The reason why is, you all, they have a lot of money that they stole with this illegal alien crisis. They stole a lot of money. They stole a lot of taxpayer money. So they didn't bank on Trump getting in office. So now they had to make sure that they fight against and make sure, like, to keep these people here to justify the spending that they did, that they stole a lot of that money. So this is what they're doing. That's why we, the people of Chicago, and you, the people of Illinois, should be demanding an audit, a forensic audit, to see how they spent all of our taxpayer money on this illegal alien crisis, because we need a breakdown, and we deserve a breakdown to see how you spent our money. If we're in Chicago, Brandon Johnson, if we're in $1 billion deficit and we see that you spent over $600 million on these illegals, then we need to know line by line, how did you spend our taxpayer money? Because we still see some of them in the streets selling candy bars with their kids, selling food, selling candy bars, Kit Kats, all that in the middle of the spread, in the middle of the streets with their kids, Which if we had our kids out there in the middle of the street selling candy bars and our kids going up to windows selling candy bars, then we would go to jail because you all would say that we're neglecting our kids or putting our kids in danger. It would be child abuse. But yet and still, these people can be in the street selling candy. Their kids can be walking up to cars, asking you if you want candy bars, and you all allow that. So we need a forensic audit. And see, now that Trump is in office, and if we, the people, back Trump, then this is how we are going to get these people, which is Pritzker and this idiot mayor, because he's an idiot too, the governor. They're going to be forced to cooperate, because you see, once these charges come to them, like they did with Eric Adams, then they're going to get some act right. So this is what we are asking, because we know the breakdown of how they handled this money with these illegal, that we know it was a lot of stealing. So we just need a forensic audit so these people can go to jail. This is how we are going to get them out of office, and this is how we are going to get them to cooperate. So this is money laundering. Exactly. This is what they did. And they didn't bank on Trump getting in office, and they thought that Kamala and them was going to get in office and they was going to keep doing what they want to do and not listen to the citizens, and that's what it was. No, we're not playing. We are not stopping. So this is what their plan is. And so they're trying to block. We got this idiot governor who is a billionaire. So this doesn't affect him. Having illegals all in his neighborhood and getting and papering them up while we are being taxed out of our homes. Illinois, Chicago had the highest taxes, you all. We are one of the highest state taxes, Chicago, the highest taxes. We're being taxed really high from everybody. And now you want to keep going up on our taxes? They don't care about the citizens. They don't care about you. So we have to change. We have to do something different. We can't keep voting these same people in and expecting something to change. Chicago, Black Chicago, because we are the ones, Black Chicago, who vote blue no matter who in mass. We have to stop this. We have to wake up, okay? Because we're being affected by this. These people, they're putting them all in our neighborhoods. And the thing is, when they get schooling, when they get things, like I said, in my neighborhood job, everybody had a problem with Trump talking about black jobs. Well, guess what? When your kids was able to be in high school and they wanted to get a job to afford little things that they wanted, gym shoes, things, cell phone bills, things like that, they usually can go up to McDonald's and get a job. They usually can go up to Church's Chicken, Family Dollar, things, Jewels, or Walmart, your local Walmarts. They usually can go get little jobs like that, summer jobs. Guess what? You go in my neighborhood, all the jobs, guess who's working those jobs? Hispanics, or I say they're illegals in there. You go to a Church's Chicken, a Burger King, anything in a black neighborhood, you don't see not one black person working there. It's all Hispanics. And like I said, a lot of them look, the ones who just came over here are darker complexion. And those who working in there. So come on, you tell me what's really going on. So y'all better wake up, black people who keep voting blue no matter who voted for Kamala. 83% voted for her. What was the men voted 83%? Or what was it? Trump only got 8% of the women's vote, and he got 23% of the black men's vote. So that means 80% of black men voted for this lady. That means 90% voted for this black lady. Black lady, black people. So black people better wake up. This is what's going on. So this is who I'm addressing. Black people who vote blue no matter who, and who's mad at us for not getting on this bandwagon and saving the country. This is what's going on. So let me see something. Let me see, do I have something else that I wanted to see? Let me see what, let me see if I can find something that, okay, let me see if we can go with, let's see what let me see if I can find something that Tom Homan. Okay, so this is what Tom Homan had to say to, let me see something, y'all. Let me see if I can find it, because I want y'all to hear what Tom Homan had to say. Now, Tom Homan is the new border czar that Trump put into office. So let me see if I can find something, what he has said, so we can get some understanding of who this man is. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see. Okay, now let's see what Tom Homan had to say about these. Let's see. Let me see something.
Governor Pritzker. Tom Homan responded to Pritzker's challenge this week.
Okay, so we got. So we had Tom Homan responding to Pritzker about what Pritzker said. Okay, so let me let y'all hear this.
Governor Pritzker. Tom Homan responded to Pritzker's challenge this week that anyone coming after people in Illinois go through the governor.
Game on. We got no problem going through him. I got 20,000 men and women at ICE are going to do their job with no apology.
Governor Pritzker. Tom Homan responded to Pritzker's challenge this week that anyone coming.
So you hear what he said. He said he don't have no problem with going through him. He got all these ICE officers, and they don't have no problem with doing their job. So this is his direct response to Pritzker. So listen, you all, we got to stop playing. This is what we are on. This is what we are on in Chicago, in Illinois. We're trying to flip Chicago and Illinois red, and we're not playing with these people. The American citizens and the Chicago and Illinois citizens said we want these people out of here. We do not have a problem with people who came over here legally. That's not our issue. Do not try to mash that together to make it our issue, to make it as if this is what's happening. No, we're keeping these two separate. We have a problem with illegal people, illegal aliens coming over here illegally and crossing the border, and then they're being given all of our resources. That's what we have a problem with, and that's the subject that we're going to stick to, and we're going to keep it right by itself. We're not going to keep lumping these people together, lumping these issues together. One issue don't have nothing to do with the other. Black don't have nothing to do with illegal aliens being deported. Jewish people and anti-Semitic and Asians and things like that have nothing to do with Trump coming in and deporting people who came over here illegally. So we're not going to let you blur the two. We're not going to let you mix the two. We're going to keep it separate. That's a separate issue, and that's the issue we're dealing with. That's what we voted for, and this is what we want. Okay? We're going to make it real clear. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. This is what, yes, don't say Hispanics, say illegals, please. Right. Yes, dog for life, because what they're trying to do with the Hispanics, they're trying to lump Hispanics and illegals together. This is what they do. So now if you notice what the Democrat Party is doing, is they're trying to address you all, because you all Hispanics voted in droves for Trump. They're trying to lump you all in with illegal aliens. See, now that you voted for him, he coming to get y'all. You know, this is what they do. No, stop putting us Hispanics with illegal immigration. This is how they use divide and conquer. Hispanics came out and voted in droves because they understand that they had to come over here through a process. They had to pay, they had to jump through hoops, they had to learn how to speak English, they had to learn how to come in our culture, they had to learn how to adapt to our way of life. They had to go through classes, hoops, pay money. This is everything they had to do to come over here legally. Now, the slap in the face is for you to then allow other people who didn't have to do any of that to come over here and, mind you, paper them up. Because the people who came over here legally, they had to get a job and just get it how they live and make it work. That's work hard. Like us black people have to do. They tell us, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. This is what they had to do. So now you want to bring people who haven't put a dime in the system, have not went through the proper vetting, and you want them to come over there, saturate them in our neighborhoods. So now we have to what is the word I want to use? We have to compete with them for our jobs, and you expect us to be okay with that. That's why the Hispanics voted and came in droves, because they had enough sense to understand that no, we ain't finna do this. This is gonna hurt our community. So black people, wake up, understand what's going on. So yes, do not lump illegals with Hispanics. Do not lump illegals with black people. We're not going to allow them to get on our plight, and then we're going to get behind you, Brennan Johnson or Pritzker, and advocate for them. No, we're not doing that. Those are the things we would not do in 2024 or 2025. This is not what it's going to be. And we're going to educate the black people who seem to don't understand what's going on. We need to let them see what's going on in Chicago and Illinois so they can wake up and stop voting these people in. That's the problem. You said I live in New York, thank God. Well, in New York, they were saturating New York before they even started coming to Chicago. So I know, oh yeah, well, you saying thankfully that you got Mayor Adams, who's saying he's going to cooperate with Trump. That's what you're saying. Like, you live in New York, and thank God. That's what you're saying. All my nephews and nieces are Democrats and cried and voted for Trump. Yes. Have no fear. Super Boo is here. So that's what I'm saying, you all. We only have a couple of years to open the eyes of people who live in Chicago and Illinois. If you live in Illinois, if you live in Chicago, you need to be, and you're tired of what's going on, you need to be making sure that you show people because we're trying to show them, because a lot of times people, what you just telling them, they don't understand because they have been so indoctrinated and so blind to the lies of the mainstream media and what the Democrat Party has pushed out. And they're going to have to see it with their eyes to what's going on. And a lot of them just walking around in a bubble. So we have to make sure we shine the light on what's going on, all the division and decisive language that's being put out here to divide us, to lie to us, to deceive us, so that we will not be fooled no longer. We have to make sure that we let people see that this is all a lie. Everything the Democrat Party told you and what's happening is all a lie, and that we need to change things. And if we really won't change, we have to do something different. So that's why I'm asking you all to share this video. Share so people, because there's a lot of people who don't know that we have all these illegals in our neighborhood. It's a lot of people who don't know. They say, Danny, I didn't even know that was happening. How you don't know? They on every corner. How you don't know what's going on? Yeah, the mainstream media is lying to you, not talking about it, but you gotta be able to just open your eyes and just see in your neighborhood. I know you seen a bunch of restaurants that's opening up because I seen it in mine. You see a bunch of restaurants that's now selling tacos, that's not now selling they saying what Venezuelan drinks and all that. I know you see that. You know, all the businesses that we black people couldn't get, me myself, big credit. I mean, I pay big taxes, great credit. I'm trying to get a small business loan. They taking me through all these hoops. They taking me through all these permits. Now we want to know 10-year credit history. Now we want to know how long you been on your job, how much you got in the bank, how much all of this. I can't even get a small business loan, and my husband is a retired police officer, but then you got people who getting Venezuela shops, businesses. I'm talking about brick and mortar, selling tacos, selling Venezuela drinks. They got it in the window. Come on, y'all. Y'all not seeing what's going on. You not opening your eyes in your neighborhood to see what's happening. This how blind people are. So yes, we have to wake people up. We have to, do you have collateral for self-business loans? Generally, that helps enormous, depending on your history and back. Yep, isn't it? Yeah, so no, I'll talk about, but basically, yes, I'm a fitness trainer. We pay big taxes. We don't lie on our taxes. Me and my husband, he was like I said, he just retired from being police for 28 years, and since 2019, after the pandemic, we were trying to get a business loan, a small business loan. Since 2009, I'm gonna say 2020, after everything opened up, maybe 21. You all, we need this, we give them that. We need this, we give them that. We need to break down what you making. We give them that. We need this, we need this. This has been going on for 2 years. Now, they just denied us. Why? But yet and still, we have people, illegal people who just been here for 2 years. You have Brandon Johnson on TV celebrating that these people, at least around 4 of them, have just became first-time homeowners. You tell me make that make sense to me. They're on TV happily celebrating that these people only been here 2 years, and now they're first-time home buyers and owners. All while the Chicago citizens have been going up there at City Hall complaining about how they're stealing people property, how they're being taxed properly, and how they're losing their homes due to high taxes. And you gonna sit and do that? Tell me that ain't fuel to the fire. Now these people have only been here 2 years. You ask me what bank is going to lend you money, Chicago citizen, American citizen, when you just got here 2 years. They see you, you just got here. Right? But you don't have history of being on your job for a long time. You don't have credit history. You don't have so much money, everything you need that they was asking me for, everything that when we bought our home that we had to do. You couldn't spend no money, couldn't touch nobody. You had to show this, had to show that. You had to show, if you filed for bankruptcy 30 years ago, you had to tell why. All of this, but you got somebody that been over here 2 years who came over here illegally, and you all got the nerve to sit up there and celebrate that how they're buying homes. And this is okay for you all in Chicago. This is okay for you. You're mad because we decided that we're no longer will ever support a party like that. That we want American first. We want Chicago first. We want us to be prioritized over people who came here illegally. That we did that we stood up against an evil agenda machine and said no, and we voted for Trump. And you all want to be mad at us. That's why I don't care. That's why I can care less. I thank God every day that He placed this on my heart to do this and to stand up for righteousness. I thank Him every day because He could have blind and I could have been out here mad at my family, mad at my husband, mad at my friends, and advocating for somebody, a party that goes totally against what He stands for. I could have been out here advocating and voting for a party that clearly in the Bible it tells what He's against, the things that they're pushing and what they're promoting and what their whole campaign was around. We do not, the Bible is clear on the stance with how He feel about homosexuality. It's clear on the stance of what He feel about unaliving people, small children, especially when they were sacrificing their kids to Baal and Moloch. He was very clear on what, how He felt about that. So no, thank you, Jesus, for opening my eyes. And that's what it's going to be. And as long as I have breath, I will definitely share what's going on so you all can open your eyes and you can align yourself with someone that goes closer and that's closer to what you believe and stands in alignment with what's closer to what God said. We believe in God. We believe in man. We believe in woman, and we believe in child. We believe we want to promote marriage in the homes. This is what we for. This is what we're advocating for. So, like Trump said in the other video that I showed you, he said that we're going to bring prayers back into school. That's what we want. That's what I'm for. So I really can care less, about it. I really don't care how y'all feel. That's what it is with me, and that's what it's gonna be. And that's what I'm standing on. So I really don't care. Thank all you Americans for voting for Trump. And you know what else? You know who else we gotta thank? Trump loved you, yeah. And our God-given rights. Yes, you know who else we gotta thank, you all? We definitely have to thank the Amish people. The Amish people came out, you all. They never voted. So we made history. We made history, you all, with this election. The Amish people never voted, and they came out in the thousands to vote for Trump. So they didn't have the mainstream media indoctrinating them with Republican or Democrat. They didn't have none of that. They didn't have nothing because they don't watch TV like that. They not into that. But they saw the evil that was plaguing the world and what this administration was trying to do to even them. And they came out and made a decision to vote for Trump. Never happened in history. And they came out, thousands and thousands. They had their horse and buggies and had Trump signs on them. That's how they came. That's how God showed up. That's what God did. So they came out and they voted. And that's what that evil party was not expecting. This is what they did not expect. So we thank God for letting it on their heart. See, God is not going to let evil, because we know they cheat, but God is not going to let evil, especially when it's aligning with His purpose, and especially when we, the children of God, are crying out and seeking His face and repenting and asking God to heal our land and repenting for the things that we did, and that we are seeking His face and we are turning back to Him. And speaking out against this evil, then we know that God is going to be with us. He said, I'm with you all. We might can't see him, but he said, if I'm for you, I'm more than a world against you. So it's like this. Imagine it's you, right? And the wicked witch, which is this witch, because she was a witch, trying to do all these evil things that she was trying to push on America, this socialist, this communist agenda, the reason why everybody from all these other countries fled over here to escape those type of governments, and yet she's trying to bring that same government that failed these nations over there, the reason why they're in the predicament they're in, and now you're going to try to bring that to a free America. No, lady, and we're not having it and pushing this evil agenda, no. So we the children of God turn from our wicked ways, we seeked his face, and we ask him to forgive us for not standing up for righteousness, and God, not the fake church, not the church to vote for her, not the church who didn't say anything when this injustice was happening, who didn't say anything when we were out on the street, when they were trying to take our field houses and and put the illegals in our field houses and taking our resources that our kids go to, keep them off the street, to keep that our senior citizens go to just be healthy, go to the rec centers and the bingo night. Those are the field houses that they took and tried to take out of our neighborhoods to give people who came over here legally. I did not see not one minister come out behind us and say, hey, this is not right. No, you're not going to do this to the members of my church. You're not going to do this. The members of my church are being displaced out of their homes. The members of my church are almost homeless. They can't even pay for the rent and things. So no, you're not going to take their resources and give it to somebody who hadn't paid nothing in the system. No, you're not. All while we were outside protesting, not one big preacher, not one mega church here said anything. They didn't open their mouth. All while they were trying to put these big old tent cities in our neighborhoods. The first one they tried to do was Brighton Park, when they tried to do the first tent cities. Now these are males from 18 to 30. Majority of males, not women and kids. Majority were males, 18 to 30, that they were going to put in these tent cities, the house at least 5,000 people. So you tell me, type of people, what type of government would go and put a tent city in a neighborhood and house 5,000 people in one neighborhood, a middle aged man from 18 to 30, and put them in a neighborhood where you got private people who are low income, people who are stricken in poverty, and you got people that are a high crime rate. You tell me who do that. Now you got these people that's going to go against each other. It's going to be more crime, and it's going to be more tension and more butting of the heads. And then you take shot spotter, and then you take defund you take police, you cut their budget, so now we have less police. Tell me who do that? What they do that at? So now we have less police, shot spotter is gone, you put these people in our neighborhood. What do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? So this is what you all, so now your kids who's out in the street, your kids is going to be fighting that. Your 18-year-old son, your 20-year-old son who see these people in the neighborhood doing what they want to do, they're going to be into it with them. And then on top of that, the police are told to stand down because they don't arrest these people. So now you got the police told to stand down. I know because my husband was a police officer. I trained a bunch of police officers. They were told to stand down. ICE can't come in and get them because we are a sanctuary city. The police don't even have privy to their history. When the police they can go in, if you get arrested, they can go in and see your record and see how many crimes you did and what you were arrested for. They can go in the system, see who these people are, and most of them giving the police a different name, and their things are like classified. That's why they're sanctuary cities. So the police can't get their information, and they can't share their information with ICE. That's the policies of a sanctuary city. So now your kids, if they get into it with them, your kid is going to jail. If your kid get into it with them and kill one of them or whatever, because we know that's what could happen, your kid is going to jail for life. Whoever this person is can go right back to where they came from. Or they don't even know his name. He can go to a whole nother state. They don't even know who that is. This is how crazy you all are. This is what you all want us to allow. All while these liberals and these great neighborhoods, Pritzker, Brandon Johnson, all these liberals that in these neighborhoods and these got these $1 million homes, got these $400,000 or $500,000 homes. They don't want them in their neighborhood. You cannot put not one of them in their neighborhood. They gonna go crazy. All the while they're marching downtown telling Trump to leave these people alone, that you should accept it. That you should not have a problem with these people. These people are just like you. What would Jesus do? But when they finish marching, they're going to go home to their neighborhood, their gated community. They're going to go home to their nice houses. They're not going to deal with that. You're going to deal with that. You're going to deal with tent cities in your neighborhood. You're going to deal with that. They're in a gated community. All these liberals that want you to vote what's not in your best interest. That's what they're going to do. All while coming in your neighborhood protesting, getting you behind them, and you so stupid. Now your neighborhood all trash and messed up, and they going back to their neighborhoods and they get a community, and you bet not put none of those illegals in their schools, their kids' schools. You bet not. So this is where we at. This is how crazy we are. So yes, y'all better wake up. Chicago, wake up. Illinois, wake up. Okay? This is what we own. We're on a mission to flip Chicago red, and we're on a mission to shine a light on all the policies, all the things that these corrupt people have been doing to the citizens of Chicago and Illinois, because we got to flip this whole entire state red. All right? So this is what I wanted to thank God Trump turned his head when he did. Man, you see what I'm saying? Thank God he turned his head when he did. Yes. So this is where we at, you all. We gotta hold the line. This is what I'm trying to do. So anyway, I love you all. Always make sure you seek God, and always make sure you put him first. And when I say God, Jesus Christ. Let me be clear with that. Because everybody say God, but I'm Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Okay? Like I said, tonight I may come on because I want to show you all the what happened in the meeting yesterday, the town hall meeting. Oh my God. And no, we did not, he did not get a chance. They did not vote on raising our taxes. So that was a huge, huge victory, you all, because we are holding their feet to the fire. So they did not vote on raising our taxes. He did not have the vote of the House, but I'm going to go through all of that in the next video. So I'm trying to think if I'm going to do it tonight or tomorrow, but I'm going to go through that because you all have to see it. It was a sight to see. I hate I missed it. Oh my God, I hate I missed it. I wanted to be there, but it wasn't meant. And the other people flip Chicago They stood on business. All right. So that's one of the things I want to tell you all too, because we got a victory. We got a victory yesterday about those taxes being raised. But we got to stay vigilant and stay on his butt, because this guy is real slick. He'll come, the budget, it will not be, in December. They had to get everything done because it's going into a new year. So this guy, they'll be slick in trying to do something in December. So we are going to be vigilant on that as well, to make sure we're not playing no games. All right. So I love you all. Please share. Please like the video. Please like the video. Please share the video. They're still gone. Yeah. Oh yeah. The alderman's still gone. We're not playing. We want all of them gone. The alderman's still gone, because you all, before we came down there and before we started shining the light on you, on the aldermans, they were just voting for whatever. They the ones who voted for Brandon Johnson to allocate this 51 million to the VOW crisis. They shouldn't have did that, because they knew it was going to put us in a deficit. So they voted for that. They voted for him to take some money. That's the money out the COVID fund. So they've been voting. They've been voting crazy anyway, and they have not been held accountable for that. Now that we have been going down there, shining the light, posting it, letting the world see, letting you all see who live in Chicago, who are in their districts, that this is what your alderman is doing, and look what your alderman is voting for. Now they're being very, very select and very, very careful of how they're moving. So they all have to go. Anthony Bill is the one now. Anthony Bill, no, because he's been standing up. Anthony Bill has been standing up, and he always voted against that. My alderman, which is Alderman Raymond Lopez, he's been doing that too. But I was not a fan, because at 55th Gage Park, they were allowed, what's that, Stephanie Cole? Maybe that wasn't even his district, because they changed it. So maybe that was Stephanie Coleman district on 55th and Garfield, where they allowed the field house to become a migrant shelter. So I got to see what's that Raymond Lopez district, because when they had got reelected, it was some of the things that normally wasn't in their district that became their district. So I got to make sure. But anyway, Raymond Lopez is pretty good. That's my alderman, because I call and I make sure I see what, let them know what's going on. So yeah, we are holding these people accountable. Keep Lopez too. Yeah, we have to keep Lopez, exactly. So that's what I said, Raymond Lopez, because he's been one of the ones who've been speaking out, and he been going on the news talking about it. He been in the paper talking about it. So yeah, those are the two but the rest of them, they have to go. And we're going to shine a light on those people until it's time for re-election. And then we are going to get behind a candidate that we have vetted, that we know is qualified for those positions, and we know that's looking out for the people in their district, and we're going to hold them accountable. That's what we are aiming for. That's what we have to do, you all, to get change. Oh, Alderman Hall, yeah, gotta go. Alderman Harris, yes, no. Everybody, yes. The rest of them gotta go. I just told you, those, they gotta go. Those are two people, but the rest of them have to go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start letting y'all. So I'm probably gonna have the map or the names of everybody who voted. I'm gonna show y'all yesterday, but you all gonna trip out when you all see it. And what we're gonna start doing is whoever voted for what, we're gonna start posting it and let you know, posting it and saying this is what was on the this is what was up for votes, and this is who all voted for such and such, whatever it may be. And we're gonna have all the 50 alderman names, and gonna see who voted yes, no, for whatever subject it is, So we're gonna be putting them on blast. So you'll know, oh, okay, you voted for this. No, I'm not for this. Did you vote for this? Oh, I'm for this, or whatever. So that's what we're going to be doing. The 8th ward, she gone. Right. That's what I was saying, y'all. These people got to go. And we're not going to let them just keep sliding through because people are not educated on what's going on. We're going to educate you so you don't have no excuses for what is going on in Illinois and Chicago. Bet it up. Bet it up. So, yes. So, I want to say tonight, y'all, but I'm going to see how I feel. So, I might come back on tonight and talk about the city council meeting, or I might just wait till tomorrow. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow to talk about that because I got to show you all. I got to get the video and show you all what happened and everything. So I'm going to probably wait till tomorrow. I'll probably wait till tomorrow to do that. But I will be talking about, if I come on tonight live, it'll just be talking about the town hall meeting we had and things like that. If I find out something new that happened, and we'll be talking about that. But tomorrow I will be going live talking about the city council meeting and your aldermen who voted for the property taxes and all that. All right. So, Kamisha, I love y'all. Please like and share, and we will be victorious. And I know everybody keep hitting me up saying, Danny, please. Chicago and Cook County is the only thing that's stopping Illinois from turning red. I know. That's why we are working so hard to do this. And we might, and who's to say, not that I might even be living here, but I'm not being selfish. Somebody has to do this because a lot of us can just move and we can do that and just leave people stuck. We can move and leave people stuck on stupid. We really can. We can just say, I'm getting ready to go move to a red state where we ain't got to worry about this. Everybody think the same way and leave y'all to y'allself in Chicago. But this is not what we own. This is not what it is. We have a mission. God gave us a mission and we are going to do it. All right. So I love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you all maybe tomorrow or tonight. All right. Love y'all. Please share and like my video.